Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning. Happy Good Friday. It's spring break. Woo! Hence the no showers and, groggy looking parents.
Hey, I'm getting ready to paint after this.
Yes. And I'm getting ready to pay our property taxes. If you haven't paid your property taxes, don't forget to do that.
It's the one time a year where you just say, ouch.
I know. It is a lot of money here in California because our properties are expensive.
Oh, man. Okay, so what's happening today for you besides paying property taxes and me paying?
I titled this, The CalHFA Dream for All program is closed.
What does that mean?
Okay, it's actually just on pause, so don't panic, okay? But the CalHFA Dream for All program, if you haven't watched our other videos, is a program where CalHFA would pay for up to 20% of the purchase price of a property to use as your down payment or closing costs. So this would be a silent second mortgage. You would not have to pay it back until you sell the property, and then they would get some of that shared appreciation, up to 20% of the appreciation. It's an amazing program that a lot of people wanted to take advantage of, and they did.
Silent second mortgage.
Yeah.
So what exactly is that?
That means that you're not paying a monthly payment on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's silent in the sense that there's, not an interest rate necessarily attached to it. You're not making monthly payments on it. It's just there in the background, and it becomes due and payable when you sell the property, in addition to some shared appreciation.
Ooh, shared appreciation. That's one. Mm-hmm. So what is that?
So you purchased your house at $500,000. A couple years later, you sell it for $1 million. Now you have $500,000 worth of appreciation. And so when you pay that 20% back, you're also paying 20% of your shared appreciation.
To
CalHFA. And then that money then goes back into the program and funds a down payment for other people.
So you're basically doing a deal with the government, right?
You're doing a deal with CalHFA.
Oh.
Yeah. So the program had a bulletin yesterday afternoon. Newsflash. The program is being paused because all of the available funds will have been used up most likely by the 10th of April. So they're going to put a pause on new applications, run the numbers, check everything that has come in, and make sure that they have enough money for the people that are already in there. And then they will then from there, I think, see, where they're at. But that is insane, folks. This program has been live for a little under 2 weeks. On Monday, it'll be 2 weeks exactly.
So basically, it's like a concert with tickets, and they sold out.
They sold out, folks. $300 million was allocated to this.
Wow.
So $300 million worth of escrows have been opened or were already opened in the last 2 weeks.
So that was really kind of the bump in this last week's market, where all of a sudden you show up to an open house and there's so many people.
Right. Lots of people, lots of things going under contract in the last 2 weeks. And if I may say so, there's going to be a lot of escrows open this weekend. All of them. All of the houses will be snatched up. We'll see.
So do you think people are overpaying then, or are they paying according to what the market is, bearing? I guess that's, what are your thoughts there? If everybody's trying to rush through the door, right? It's a seller's market a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
We still have a supply and demand problem here.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a lot more demand. There's a lot of people that are not taking advantage of this program. This program is for people that don't have a down payment saved, and this was kind of their only time to get in. So yes, you may have had this influx of buyers that may not have otherwise been able to buy, but this again is likely for it's to help people that didn't have that down payment saved. So they're usually at a lower price bracket. Otherwise, you're getting into jumbo loans. It doesn't really make sense for this program. There is an income limit. Even though it's a high income limit, there is an income limit on this. So this is also only for first-time home buyers. So this is only people that haven't purchased a home in the last 3 years or ever. So, this is kind of like a weird small part of the market. The majority of the other houses, they already have, qualified buyers that are looking at them.
So do you think this is going to be the last time that they do one of these programs, or you think, they're going to do this again?
Well, when they originally decided on this program, there was a lot more money allocated. But then when the government actually goes through and does the budgeting, $300 million was all that we were able to kind of set aside for that program. I think that depending on if we can get more funding, I think they would open it up again. Also, these people that are, throwing in offers just so that they can get approved for this program, this may not really be the house for them. So they may fall out of escrow, which would free up some more money, and they may, sell their house within a year or two and use whatever appreciation they've received minus what they give back to CalHFA and go and buy something else that's more suitable for their family.
It's awesome. And you have two in escrow. One is a CalHFA program and one's not.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what we've got going on. So
congrats.
Thank you. Excited for my buyers. And both of them really want the properties. They're not buying something because of the rush of the market. They have been looking for a long time. They've been very diligent and very focused on, trying to figure out what they want. So I'm just really excited for them.
That's so great. Well, awesome. And
what are you off to today?
Well, like I said, I'm going to be painting today. And let me see what the day brings because, the kids are with us. So I kind of have to see if they want to go hiking. So I got to make sure because they're on spring break. So it's really kind of checking in with them, seeing what they want to do.
Yeah, we're kind of one of those families that's like work a little, play a little, work a little, play a little, work a little, play a little.
Yeah. Indy was great, though, because she was taking out all these staples out of this fence. And
one of our rentals.
Yeah, she made the deal herself. She said, I'll take some frozen yogurt for taking out these staples. And she did a great job.
Yeah, she did. They helped us clean the Airbnbs. They are very involved. They're cleaning their rooms right now because we are having Easter dinner at our house.
And somebody, we won't name names, screwed up yesterday. Yep. You want to tell us a little bit about what happened?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what happened from my perspective. Okay. So I was cleaning the Airbnbs with Johnny and the kids yesterday, and I left because I had to go show a house. Showed the house for an hour, went home to change real quick, throw on a dress, and head to the awards dinner, cocktail hour ceremony for our office. Karen and I both received awards for being top producers in as a part of the global network. So there we are, getting our awards, taking pictures with our office manager and, cheese, with our awards and everything. And I get a call from Johnny and I silence it because I think, he just doesn't know we're in a ceremony. Like everybody's sitting in rows. It's like it's like our little red carpet event for us. And so then he calls again and I said, sorry, I can't talk right now in my text. What's going on? And he said, 911, you have to call me immediately. I was like, oh my gosh. He's driving to the hospital. One of the girls has cracked their head open and they needs to do surgery, and he's looking for insurance cards, and they're in a car accident, and the ambulance driver took the kids away. I don't know. And so I go outside and I call him and he's like, the Airbnbers are in the wrong unit.
Okay. In my defense,
911, guys, 911. That was his exact text message.
In my defense.
Oh my gosh.
I was purely coming back from the beach, a nice relaxing time with the girls.
And you were panicking.
And I pull in our golf cart into the driveway and into the garage, shut the garage, and right then, literally, the guest shows up. Okay. And they pull in the center driveway. I'm thinking, because I personally was cleaning, the front unit all day, and I was thinking that they're for the front unit. Okay. Because I don't do all the calendar stuff. Anyways, so I opened up with my code. I opened up the front unit, and I ushered them into the front unit. Well, apparently I get about, I don't know, like 4 minutes away, and I get a phone call from the guest who actually had my phone number because he was really cool. I was talking to him last time he stayed there. And he's like, we've got a problem. There's somebody in our unit. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I was thinking that the other people were coming tomorrow. So then, yes, that was a 911. That was
So
my
we had a front unit and a back unit checking in, same day, same time. Johnny doesn't look at the calendar. He doesn't just allow people to check themselves in. And so, the woman was like, yeah, it didn't seem right. Didn't seem to look like the pictures, but I just went with it because he, ushered me in.
so confidently.
Yeah, so confidently he just put me in this unit. I was like, okay, fine, we're here.
I confidently screw up. Like if you're gonna step in it, step in it.
So we're going to probably have to go down there today and give some gift certificates for frozen yogurt, maybe a bottle of wine, maybe some chocolates, and just say, Happy Easter as an April Fool's prank. So you're welcome.
I don't even know what to say. So yeah. So that's that. So always remember to work hard together, but communicate.
No, that's not it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's check your calendar. Okay, because we worked hard together. I did all these bookings, and then you just, without thinking, screwed it up. So it's not communication, because I communicated. I said that we were having people check into both units, and you were on a warpath cleaning and didn't hear.
So check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That is the moral of the story, folks. You heard it here.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
911. I was like, what is happening?
The part that I was like more bummed out about after everything was done, because you heard me. You're just like, and Avi was so sweet. She goes like this, because we're in the car. She puts her hand on me.
Did she say anything or just put her hand on you?
No. She didn't say anything. And it actually did calm me down. It really did. So, yeah. It's kind of nice.
I was like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, sure it happens. So then I heard a story. Can I tell this story?
You can, but hold on. I got to finish this thought. So all I'm saying, the part that bummed me out the most was the fact that I had worked so hard all day, and then I just felt like I hit a home run. Like everything was done. Okay. Everything was solid. Everything was, just awesome. Had a nice day, relaxing, for a few minutes at the beach. And then I get this phone call that I just screwed up. Oh man. And if I would have just got there earlier and put the golf cart in sooner, then I would have just avoided all of this, because it would just work out perfectly. Okay.
It's not that big of a deal, though. I mean, so here's another story. Friends of ours that also have an Airbnb in a very remote location. They have the door codes that you can just, see when somebody checks in, even remotely, So he had people that were coming from international. So they were going to be flying 24 hours. They were going to be doing this long drive. They were going to this remote area. He has very specific check-in instructions. But at like midnight, he kind of woke up and he was like, something's wrong. So he looked, and sure enough, they hadn't checked in yet. So then he looked at the door code. Sure enough, they hadn't checked in. They sent him a message about 30 minutes prior that he looked at, and they said the beds aren't made. It doesn't look very clean in here, or we're just going to go to bed, but it doesn't look like it's been cleaned. So he's freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, I know that the cleaner came. I know that all this stuff, but they didn't use the door code, and I don't see them on the Ring doorbell that they came or went. So he's calling Airbnb going, I don't know where these people are. They're taking pictures of beds that are not ours. Like, they're in the wrong unit. So he has this Airbnb in a condo building, and they somehow made it into someone else's condo, made the beds, spent the night, all night, like not until 11 a.m. the next day did they call and say, oh my gosh, we were so tired. We didn't even think that it like didn't look like the pictures. We had traveled for over 24 hours. We were just so exhausted. We just fell asleep. They slept in someone else's condo.
Wow.
Oh, I love stories like that. It's like, how did they even get into this unit? Like, was it unlocked? Did their door code just magically work with this other person's door? I mean, it's like so weird. So anyway, it happens. It's not that big of a deal. So anywho, I love seeing that we've got people watching. If you're out there and you want to send us a comment, just drop it in the chat, and we'd love to discuss with you. But we're going to have to figure out how to make it up to these guests. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it'd be a nice gesture to just pop over there with a glass of wine and say, hey.
With a glass of wine? Like, will you already be drinking wine?
I mean, that would actually be pretty sweet, right? Just show up with a glass of wine. Let's have a glass of wine together.
You're like, here's why this happened. Like, oh, man. You're too funny.
Oh, my gosh.
That is the biggest problem about living at the beach, though, is like you just have this like laid back, relaxed, golf cart, mentality. And you're like, no big deal. I'm like sitting there going like, life is over.
911.
911.
It's so funny because I messaged the lady too. I said, I'm so sorry there's been a mix-up. I think my husband thought you were in the front unit, but you're actually in the back unit if you want to make your way back there. And she responded with, oh my gosh, that's kind of funny. I thought this looked a little different than the pictures, but it didn't dawn on me. So it's just, she was a good sport about it. It's nice to have good guests.
Oh gosh. No, you're absolutely right. That's so important too, is what you just, what you just said, having good guests, to be lucky enough to have good guests that can roll with the punches.
Right, exactly.
But that wasn't too hard of a punch. It was more of a punch on my ego.
Oh, we're going to have to get you a bottle of wine too then.
No. Not needed.
Not needed. Okay. You're gonna survive this blow to your ego?
Yeah. But time for me to paint.
Yes, so that we can have this place looking presentable for Easter dinner. I mean, this is one of the reasons that we bought this place, is that it's got more space, not only for our family, but to invite people over for Easter. So if you don't have a place to go for Easter dinner, come on over.
Hey.
I just invited all of YouTube. Oh, okay. Jacqueline says, Sai, so what happened with the Dream for All program? Did they stop taking applications because all the funds were reserved? Yes, they are putting a pause on it as of Monday. So if you do not have a reservation at this point, chances are iffy that you will get a spot in the program. So that's only 2-week-old program. The $300 million funds are expected to be all used up by Monday. So they're taking a pause. If escrows fall out, if people sell their homes, that money may be freed up. If people... I don't know that there's any way for you to reserve it without having an escrow. Like I don't know that there's any way to do that. But if you are not reserved, if you are not rate locked, then those funds are going to be moving on. So you should get an escrow today if you want a chance at the program. So, and make sure that if you're writing an offer, make sure that your agent does this. If you're writing an offer subject to the Dream for All program, make sure that you write it in there that you are getting the Dream for All program. Otherwise, you will not have a contingency for the loan for the Dream for All program. If you don't get those funds, you're not going to be able to close on the house, and that won't be a contingency if you don't write it in. So make sure you write it in. So thank you all for joining us. We look forward to being with you next time. Thanks for joining us on Chat with Nat. Any parting thoughts, Johnny?
No.
Okay. This has been Natalie Oman with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, California Properties, DRE 02085495. And Johnny.
See you guys.